What happens when royal blood no longer guarantees royal belonging? What does it mean when a lifetime of titles and tradition suddenly feels temporary? For Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie, the weight of their name is both inheritance and burden. The York sisters, born to the Duke of York and the Duchess of York, raised under the watchful eye of Queen Elizabeth II, now find themselves the subject of growing whispers, not about scandal of their own making, but about status and whether it might soon be quietly taken away. In an institution where silence is often more powerful than statement, no royal announcement has been made, no decree has been signed, and yet behind the carefully posed family photos and polite curtsies, something feels uneasy. The rumor is that King Charles may be considering a historic and silent revision of royal structure, one that could see his nieces, Beatrice and Eugenie, stripped of their titles. Welcome to Crownverse. If you've ever wondered what power sounds like when it doesn't speak, or how history shifts behind closed doors, you're in the right place. Subscribe now and step with us into the hush of royal corridors. Let us be clear. Beatrice and Eugenie are still titled princesses. They still use Her Royal Highness in formal contexts, and they are publicly acknowledged as part of the royal family, attend major events, and represent continuity in royal bloodlines. And yet they are not working royals. They have no regular constitutional duties. They are not funded through the sovereign grant. They are private individuals with royal names. For most of their lives, this balance has held. It allowed them freedom to build careers, to marry outside of royal arrangements, to raise families with more privacy than their cousins could ever hope for. And yet, as the monarchy evolves under King Charles, the balance appears to be shifting. Charles has made no secret of his vision: a leaner monarchy, a smaller core of working royals, a clearer public understanding of who serves the crown and who does not. It's a model shaped by modern scrutiny, shaped by cost, by optics, by the demands of a public less easily impressed. And in that model, figures like Beatrice and Eugenie present a question. Where do they fit? The answer may be nowhere, or at least nowhere official. That's where the rumors come in. Unconfirmed, unspoken, but circulating nonetheless, that the king has considered removing their titles altogether, that the HRH styles, the princess before their names, could be quietly retired, that in some internal discussion, the York sisters may be seen less as royal assets and more as a reminder of a problematic past. Because behind the title lies the name, York, and the shadow of their father. Prince Andrew, once known as the Queen's favorite, has fallen from grace in a manner unprecedented in modern royal history. His association with scandal, lawsuits, and disgrace has left deep scars on the institution. Though no formal charges were brought, the damage to his public reputation is clear. He has stepped back from duties. He has been removed from military affiliations. He does not appear at the forefront of royal life. But his daughters still carry the York name, and for some within or around the palace, that may be enough to create unease. Of course, no one has said as much officially. Beatrice and Eugenie themselves have never spoken out on the subject. They remain polite, dutiful, engaged, quietly supportive of the royal family, yet visibly independent. Their lives are relatively low profile. Beatrice has worked in finance and tech, Eugenie in art and philanthropy. They marry, attend charity events, raise children, all under the radar. But the rumors persist. Stories circulate of internal disagreements, of concern that retaining the title princess might suggest endorsement of a wider York resurgence, that allowing them to appear in public royal roles, even unofficially, could stir the embers of past scandal, that a clean break might be more appealing than ongoing ambiguity. These are not statements, they are interpretations. But in the royal world, perception often becomes reality. And the suggestion that Beatrice and Eugenie could one day be restyled as Lady Beatrice and Lady Eugenie, as daughters of a duke rather than princesses of the realm, has gained traction in the pages of commentary and the whispers of royal watchers. Still, it is worth pausing here. Removing a royal title is not just symbolic, it is deeply political. It reshapes public understanding of blood, duty, and hierarchy. It creates precedent. It risks backlash. It stirs loyalty and grief. It would be no small act. And for all the speculation, the king has made no move in this direction. There has been no formal communication, no change in court circulars, no noticeable withdrawal from family events. Beatrice and Eugenie attended the coronation. They appear at weddings, funerals, balcony moments. Whatever their status, they are still present. But presence can be delicate. In the structure of monarchy, being seen is not the same as being included. Invitations can be symbolic, titles can persist long after their power fades, and a royal name can become more of a weight than a privilege. So where does this leave the York sisters? Still princesses, still family, but perhaps quietly in transition. Their future may depend not on scandal, but on strategy. Whether they choose to embrace public roles, whether they remain in private life, whether they seek to serve or to disappear gracefully from royal prominence, whether the palace, facing pressure from both tradition and reform, decides it is time to draw new lines. It is possible nothing will change, that they will remain as they are, semi-public, semi-royal, quietly supportive. But it is also possible that one day a subtle announcement will emerge, a notice, a shift in title, a final word from the palace that redefines their place. But for now, we watch and wait. The York sisters walk a narrow path. Born into the heart of the monarchy, yet now straddling its edge. Their story is not of disgrace, nor of ambition thwarted. It is a story of shifting structures and the quiet weight of history. Do you think the monarchy should formally change their titles or leave the past untouched? Tell us in the comments below. And if you want more quiet revelations, more stories from the shadows of power, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us here on Crownverse, where royal history lives on.